I know that you've played all over the place in this offensive line so far through 2 games. What's that been like, having to go to the other side on Saturday?
I think it's been pretty cool, honestly. I think obviously it sucks losing guys. So that's not, like a good thing. But I think it's been cool, a good experience to be able to move around, work with different people, show what I can do on film. I think it's cool I've gotten to be good at doing a lot of stuff, but I want to be great at something, So I'm excited to maybe hone down on the left side for a little bit. I think that's, with losing Vinny for the season, I think I might stick over there for a little bit. So it'll be good to be in one spot for a while and get to work at that for a couple weeks.
Coach McGuire said that you feel pretty comfortable at left guard, but I guess what's the difference between the guard positions? Because you've admittedly said that you're not that comfortable at left guard.
So honestly, it's just like the way your body works. Offensive line is a freak position where you got to do stuff with your body that you would literally never do if you didn't play football. And so it just comes from repetition. I've played right tackle for a really long time, and so it just makes my right side a lot more comfortable. And I've played left a lot. I played a lot my freshman year. I played my whole junior year. It's just not necessarily, I guess, my most comfortable side, but at guard, it's not as much of a switch because your feet aren't as staggered, so it's really not that big of a deal. Switching left and right guard, I think he said this in his interview yesterday, switching guards is way easier than switching tackles. So it was pretty easy to be able to go over there and be comfortable, and also, I'm sure someone asked me about this, having Dalton Merriman in the game, I have a lot of confidence in him because I knew he was kind of just going to go and play. It's kind of what you do when you come off the bench. You kind of just go play free. So being able to go out there with him and see how excited he was to get his chance, I don't really have time to worry about how comfortable I am. It's time to go play. So, it's exciting. It's cool to get to do.
And being able to transfer here and have a lot of expectations, I guess, and a lot of excitement heading here to the Big 12, and you guys about a game and a half in. What was that like when he went down?
Honestly, Vinny is he's a very different cat, very different guy, but he really puts his heart and soul into this team and these guys. And it was really heartbreaking. I know that he already talked about coming back next year, which is awesome for him. But he's just a guy to have in the room, who talks about the mentality that we need to have, whether that's physicality or how we need to play together, that type of mentality. And so it's just something I think is invaluable and that we are going to miss. But I think it also kind of shows other guys how important he is and how they can be that guy too. I want to continue to try and be consistent for the team, consistent for that O-line room, the way that Vinny is. And kind of just continue to take that spot. We were already kind of doing it together. That's what we talked about. I was on the right, he was on the left. We're the poles of the O-line, continue to just be consistent. But with him gone, it opens up spots for everyone else to kind of take that role over too.
Kevin, what was it like dealing with seemed like they were throwing the kitchen sink at you guys, double mug and the A-gaps and sending linebackers? I guess what was the challenges that Washington State posed to you guys in pass protection?
So being as old as I am, I feel like I've seen the kitchen sink 1,000 different ways. So it was kind of interesting working it out with the other guys. I think that Sherry's getting a lot better, and this is his first away game as a starter, and I don't think I necessarily did the best job of realizing that. That was 44 for me. So for him, it's just we're in very different times of our career. So I think that it's just something we got to get used to. I think that we're better than a lot of guys, and so a lot of guys are gonna throw the kitchen sink at us when it comes to movement and blitzes. There's not very many teams up front who are gonna want to line up, head up, and not move and just see if they can block us or see if we can't block them, because that's just not gonna work. Honestly, with the guys that we have in our room, we're gonna be able to get movement off the ball. We're gonna be able to pick up any type of one-on-ones in the pass game. So do what you got to do, but I think that after the first 2 weeks, we're more than prepared to, and more than we've realized we're going to see this every week. it doesn't really matter how skilled the other team is that we're playing. I think that they think they're going to need it. So, I mean, that's kind of exciting too. Like, it's an opportunity to just show every single week that it doesn't matter what you do, we can pick it up. And then once teams do start to play us head up, that's when we're going to start rolling people.
Caleb, what does it mean to be the captain on an offense and especially on the offensive line?
I mean, everything. Honestly, I've been here for so long and seen so many different places and or like versions of this place. I mean, even look at this room. Like, this is kind of dope, right? Like, in the past, I don't know, maybe they put us in like some storage closet to have these, like, but I mean, it was like, this is awesome. And to be a part of it is incredible, and to have someone like Joey who has poured so much into me. And I mean, it's no secret, I've had like my rough years here, especially like when it comes to play. So for Joey to continue to just pour into me over and over and over again, I mean, I cannot express how much that like means the world to me, has affected me as a man, like will change my life forever. And the fact that that's continuing to be the case as of right now, like I need to be the rock again. I need to be the consistent guy and the captain who pushes this team in the right direction. I mean, I think it's an awesome opportunity. I'm blessed to have. I thank God every single day that I stayed and I've made the decisions I've had to be here, that Joey's here, and that, I mean, Clay came in. Like, there's just a lot of people that have fueled everything that I want to be and who I am, and I couldn't be more thankful for it. So being a captain on this team and for this offense it's one of the best things I've done with my life, and I mean, hopefully I've got a lot more awesome things to do, but I mean, it'll be up there for sure.
What are some of the specific characteristics that you possess that led you up to be a captain?
I think I have a natural ability to just talk and make people comfortable and not, I guess, allow some like awkward silence. I don't know, it's just kind of who I am. I don't really necessarily know what attributes to it. I moved around a lot as a kid. My mom really knows how to play the part, but she's kind of antisocial herself. But I mean, I love to talk to people. I love to meet people. I think that whenever people interact, I hate the kind of blow by side conversation. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. You doing good? Yeah. Like, and you just like run off. Like, I like having conversations with substance. I want to know who you guys are, what you guys are doing, all that type of stuff. So I think it just kind of makes it easy being a captain. I have a relationship with every single guy on the team. I think about, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a scout team player, if you're, you've been here the whole time. You know, I have a relationship with everybody, and that's just kind of who I am. I don't necessarily know if that makes me a captain, but it's the type of person I want to be. And so it's awesome to be able to see those, like the young guys who come in who you know are going to be good, and then the guys that just got here who are transfers. So it's cool to see where they've been from. And like I said, I've been here forever. I'm an old man. So like seeing who's come in and out and the relationships I've been able to make at Texas Tech is awesome.
Caleb, I guess on that topic, can you take us back to when you did find out you were going to be a captain?
So this is kind of a conversation that I had with Joey last year, and we always had like some type of like captain, like a big group, and a part of it was guys who were captains, were leaders, and part of it was guys who needed to be. I've taken this from Dion. I kind of like what he does in the sense of like leaders and dogs. Like, there's guys on the team I might want you to play like, but I don't necessarily want you to live like them. And there's guys who are leaders who I need you to follow them. And so talking to Joey last year, I just felt like our line of communication to him from the guys on the team who know what's really going on, like the top of the top, just needed to be a little more direct and maybe a smaller group. And so, you know, I think we've got captains, like our 5 captains, but we've got leaders on the team. We've Mason Tharp, Coy, CJ Baskerville. I mean, that whole D-line room kind of does a good job of all just holding each other accountable. Like, we might be the 5 that are called captains, but there's more than enough people on this team that can like earn that stripe. And I mean, I think us 5 just are the oldest we've been here, and we have that relationship to McGuire to give that direct line of communication on what we need from him, what they need from us, and what we need to preach to the team. And I mean, I think we have the perfect balance in that captain room of like, some of us are like, Bryce is a hammer, you know, like he is the enforcer, but everybody loves him because of who he is. Me and him do not lead the same, but we both get the job done. I think that's really cool. So.
Well, speaking of your personality, what was it like being the height man for basketball last season?
I think that this is the first time I've been asked about this, I think in media. That completely fell in my lap. Like, I don't know how that happened. They asked me, we did the dunk contest, and we were trying to get the team a lot closer, so we asked if the whole team could be out there when we did it. And it was super fun. It was crazy. There were some freshmen that did some crazy dunks. They asked me to come back for the BYU game and kind of just hype people up. We were down at first, and then we came out second half and started shooting lights out. I think I was kind of, people were like, I don't know who this is, but we're starting to play good, and he's getting it loud, so people kind of started to enjoy it. And then, I mean, I kind of just started to come back. I thought it was kind of funny. I hope Barron's not mad at me for this, but I would bring guys with me, right? And I'd be like, Barron, like, okay, I'm gonna introduce you, and I'm gonna give you the mic. And he's like, whoa, 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 no, I don't want the mic. And, you know, like, as an offensive lineman, like, people don't know who I am. Like, and that's fine. And we play football. Like, I have a helmet on. Like, people don't recognize me. After I did the basketball thing, I'm telling you, I'm walking down Broadway, and people were like, oh, you're the basketball hype guy. Like what's up? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's me. But like for Barron, like, you know, like, you're the quarterback. Like, people are gonna love whatever you say. It doesn't matter. So like, I think like it's kind of talking about my personality. Like, I just can do it. I don't know why. I just look in that crowd and I'm like, okay, like, just a bunch of people out there. They're gonna either like what I say or they're not. And I mean, I think that was just the coolest thing to do and be a part of. And I kind of felt like that was like a sign from God telling me like that's part of why I needed to come back. And like that was like a kind of gift he gave me, because I would have never looked into it, reached out to like try to become a part of that. Even like, I don't even think that position even exists. But I mean, the people who saw me start to do it wanted me to keep doing it. So shout out to B. She just moved on, I think, to somewhere in Dallas. But yeah, that was really cool to be a part of. And I think there's a couple games I might maybe get to do before I get out of here in December.
You open up a new career path for yourself outside of football?
Yeah, I got a couple texts from people saying like, man, maybe this is what you need to do. Like, you need to have a microphone in your hand or something. So I don't even know what that type of career path would look like. But I mean, it'd be something I'd be interested to, I guess. I don't know. I really want to coach. I always say I want to make some type of positive impact on people. So however I can do that, if that's with a microphone in my hand at a basketball game, that's fine.
Was that the first time you had done something like that?
I guess I'd say so. So like that, like I said, we did that dunk contest at the beginning of the year. We did that 2 years prior. Like, I did it with Miles Price. That was my roommate. We did it 2 years prior, back to back, but the format was different and the whole team wasn't out there. So it wasn't really that fun. I think this year we made it really, really fun, and it kind of just like, I don't know, caught people's eye.
So on a more serious note, you know, has there been actual discussion about how many games that you might do this season in that role?
No. I don't know how many there are before I leave. So, but I mean, I'm open to it for sure. They asked me, it was funny, B spent time asking me and then she got another job and just left. So like, that's not cool. Whatever, I'll still do it though.